Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how you can improve your battery life on your Motorola Moto G86 Power 5G. To improve your battery life, the first thing you can do is to go into Settings. In Settings you can go into Display and make sure Dark Theme is turned on. Since this phone has an OLED display, Dark Theme will help greatly increase battery time, as it won't have to keep as many pixels turned on at all the times. In here, as you're here, another thing you can do is to decrease your brightness level or turn on adaptive brightness, which will possibly help save battery by turning your brightness down when you don't need it to be turned high. But you can turn it off if you find it sets your brightness to be too high. Another thing you can do in this place is display refresh rate. If you want to increase your battery time as much as possible, choose efficiency first, which will decrease your screen's refresh rate to be smaller for a better battery life. Or you can keep it on smart and balanced, which is good enough for battery time. You can also decrease screen timeout and turn off Attentive display to possibly decrease the amount of battery you're going to be consuming. And then you can go into battery. And for long-term battery health, you can turn on overcharge protection or optimized charging, although if you have an irregular charging schedule, I wouldn't recommend turning it on. Only really turn it on if you charge your phone on a regular schedule, like every day overnight or other things like this. Another thing you can set here is to go into battery saver and turn it on. This will optimize your system to save battery, decrease performance slightly, but it will, well, save your battery. You can turn it off if you find it annoying. You can set a schedule for it. For example, reducing battery drain when you are inactive. Setting a battery level at which battery saver turns on, anywhere from 20 to 75, turning it off once it reaches 90%, and reminders when your battery is low, stuff like this. To monitor your battery percentage, you can set the battery percentage option to be on, which will show your battery percentage right here. And you can look into battery info to just check on your battery health to make sure it's not too low, because when it gets lower, of course, your battery time, the time you can spend on your battery, is going to be lower. Outside of these things, by default, or whether you set it yourself, you may have an animated or dynamic wallpaper, which it will consume your battery. Let's look at this. Dynamic wallpapers. You may have this one set, which of course animated wallpapers consume battery. So you may want to consider changing it to something else. So as you can see, right here is a dynamic wallpaper. You can go into curated images and try searching for more wallpapers. Live wallpapers are the dynamic ones. So just pick whatever you like, as long as it's not animated or anything like this. It should consume less battery. As you can see, it's not animated. It does change the perspective when you scroll through, as you can see, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Another place you could potentially look in is the Moto app. It could have some options for battery life, but maybe not. On some phones you may be able to also decrease the speed at which your battery is charging, but I don't think this phone has that. Instead, you could go into managing background apps to possibly just not allow some of the apps to run in the background, or make it so they don't always run in the background, to possibly limit the amount of battery time they are using. And you could also look at battery usage to see what apps use the most battery on your phone for the last 24 hours or the last 14 days. You can also look here to show system apps too. If this video helped you, please consider subscribing, leave a like and a comment down below.